Why the System Keeps You Poor, Jaspreet Singh. Jaspreet Singh, also known as the Minority Mindset, is an attorney, investor, and CEO of both Market Briefs and Market Insider. Although he did not receive formal financial educations, he aims to make financial educations enjoyable and accessible. As a result, his brand has assisted countless people in getting out of debt, beginning to invest, and developing a wealth-building strategy. Jaspreet has always had a unique perspective on money dating back to high school. He worked at Indian weddings and got to know the DJs, many of whom encouraged him to throw a teen party for his friends. However, Jaspreet entered university with a different mindset because he didn't party, drink alcohol, or even smoke. He decided to bring the teen party business to college because he needed something to do on Friday nights. Jaspreet, then 17, knocked on every club, bar, and restaurant door asking if he could throw a party. Some demanded $10,000 while others demanded $20,000, but that didn't deter him. Finally, Jaspreet was in business when some said they only wanted half of the cover charge. He began investing his time in reading business books while earning a little money and having some spare cash. Almost every business book claims that the wealthy invest in real estate. So, Jaspreet began looking at real estate in between study sessions shortly after the 2008 crash while studying for his medical college admission tests. On August 22nd, he took the medical college admission test, and a day later, at 19, he closed on his first real estate property. Unfortunately, it was an $8,000 foreclosure on a $150,000 property just a few years before. Jaspreet leased it for $600 per month, and despite being an entrepreneur, was introduced to the concept of using his condo to generate passive income. Why am I working so hard in school? Jaspreet wondered. Ironically, the answer was to become a doctor to make money. So Jaspreet's journey to revolutionize financial freedom began. What keeps people poor? To comprehend your situations, you must first comprehend the system in which you operate. Jaspreet provides an excellent explanation for why financial literacy is not more widespread. The banks profit when you are financially uneducated because they keep you saving money in the bank. If the banks followed their advice, they would lose money. When you deposit $1,000 in a bank, the money becomes a liability for the bank. An asset is something that allows you to make money. A liability is something that deducts money from your bank account. When the bank has your money, it is considered a liability and they want to get rid of it as soon as possible. Every day you keep your money in the bank, it loses value due to inflation, and you become poorer. For example, consider the interest you receive for putting your money in the bank versus the interest you pay on your credit card. They want to keep you spending money on their credit card because now they'll earn 18 to 25% interest every time you spend $1. Many people became enraged when they learned that the wealthy do not pay taxes. But Jaspreet explained that this is because we don't understand why, and we become enraged at the wrong things and for the wrong reasons. The rules of debt. If you are uncomfortable with debt, either using it correctly or eliminating debts, you will be unable to build a solid foundations supporting your financial growth. Jaspreet's approach to debt is straightforward. The first thing is never finance anything that isn't going to pay you. Stop financing things like Gucci, vacations, and cars that don't pay you. People get upset when I say your car because most ask, how am I supposed to buy a car without a car payment? Don't buy a $100,000 car unless you have the money in the bank to do so. Instead, buy a used car in good working order with cash. You might think that until you make a lot of money, but even when Jaspreet made $1 million in a year, he was still driving a $500 car. Even his employees had better cars than him. When we lack sound principles, we can all fall into that trap. For example, Jaspreet bought a $1,000 watch when he had $1,000 in the bank. That's why he believes his mindset shifted after educating himself by reading money books, which helped him turn 180 degrees. I don't want to spend on anything unless it's making money, so I'm saving and investing as much money as I can. I'm attempting to grow my business, but unfortunately, my shoes have holes, so I'm running them into the ground. I'm not going to repeat those mistakes. You need to get out of that spending mindset. Jaspreet studied how to use the money better after being forced to examine his inefficient spending habits, and he realized the importance of laying a strong foundations for his future. So he focused on investing in himself instead of wasting money and making everyone else rich. An abundant versus a poor mindset. Jaspreet decided to get his real estate license when he was 20 years old so that he wouldn't have to rely on others when working on his own deals. He learned a valuable lessons while showing houses to a couple looking for their dream home. Jaspreet was only in college, but he was confident in the work he had put into the deal. He was not going to agree to work for only $6,000. He walked away and they lost the house a month later because they hadn't closed the deal. They called him again because they had found another property and wanted him to show them around. He, however, declined. What an important concept for us to consider. Stop worrying about what's happening around you and concentrate on yourself and the value you provide. The second component is a growth mindset. The first step is to recognize that it is possible. Then you begin to learn, and then you begin to do. You will make mistakes along the way, which is fine because you will learn from them and correct them. You can begin to develop a growth mindset and recognize that growth is something you can do right now, regardless of where you come from, what you look like, or your background. Comment your views and subscribe for more.